Making smoked salmon at home is incredibly easy. First of all, you've got to make the cure. This is really just a mixture of salt, a few aromatics. For example, here we're using some lemon, some bay, then we're going to add some brown sugar. I do sort of roughly 2 parts salt to 1 part sugar. I kind of eyeball a little bit, as you can see here. Then we're going to add some peppercorns, maybe 8 or 9. Some star anise. That has a really great aniseed flavour that works really well with fish. And then some coriander seeds, a big handful of these because we grew them ourselves in the garden this year. A few juniper berries. These are classically used in a lot of cures. Then just mix it all together. Take your side of salmon, score it on the back, on the skin side, and then begin to cover it with some of the cure. Now, the way I'm going to cure this is actually to put it in a cryovac bag, take the air out, and it speeds up the curing process. So just put it a little on, then put it in the bag. Make sure it's spread out flat, and then take the rest of the curing mix and spread that as evenly as you can on both the top side, and flip it over and do the skin side also. You can see we've got a couple of bay leaves in there as well. And then I just take the air out, seal the bag, and then put it in the refrigerator. And I reckon you can cure this pretty effectively within sort of 10 to 12 hours. It's always worth noting down what time you want to take it off cure. I have forgotten in the past, and you don't want it over cured. It becomes a little too salty and a little too dried out for that really sort of melt in the mouth smoked salmon flavour. So it's come off cure. We're going to take it out of the bag and we're going to thoroughly rinse it, getting off as much of the salt, sugar mix as we can. And make sure, of course, you use cold water here. The important thing is really to keep the salmon side cold all the time through the process. Having given it a good rinse, I'm just going to place it on a wire rack and then pop it back in the fridge. Probably needs 3 to 4 hours, if not overnight. This allows it to become almost tacky on top. They call this the pellicle, and that allows some of the smoky flavour to adhere when we come to the smoking time. So what I do is, before I put it back in the fridge, just dry it off, get rid of any excess moisture. Okay, now I'm going to get my smoker going. I don't have an actual smoker, so I just use the barbecue. Works pretty effectively. I've got a little box, I put the wood chips in there, turn up the temperature, get it smoking, and then turn the gas off, let it cool. Just let it build up a good head of smoke inside the barbecue or inside your smoker. This is what really gives it that lovely smoked flavour. Then I place a side of salmon on the tray, but on the wire rack. That allows the smoke to really find its way through to all of the salmon itself. Once it's smoked, I usually wrap it in cling film and then place it in the fridge overnight, and the next day bring it out, and then we can begin slicing it. Now, we found that smoked salmon freezes really well, so what we do is we take that side, we very carefully, or as carefully as we can, slice it, and then we place it in packs, vacuum pack it, and place it in the freezer. That way we can just pull it out, put it in some cold water, and we can enjoy it for breakfast throughout the rest of the year. and it just has that really beautiful buttery taste that's just so fantastic in smoked salmon. And we think, and I think you'll find the same, it's far better than anything that we can buy in the supermarket. It's also probably half the price, we reckon. And that's it. Really simple to do. Okay, takes a little bit of time in terms of having to keep it refrigerated and store it over several sort of days while you're going through the curing process and then the smoking process before you actually slice it. But you set yourself up, and it's well worth the effort. Hope you enjoy it.